Hi, my name is Monica, and I am 39, going to 40. I'm a yoga therapist, and one of my biggest struggles and why I decided to become a yoga therapist is because I suffer from anxiety, insomnia, and depression. That's when a friend recommended me to a yoga therapist, and I start doing it together. And it was really good because I took ownership of my healing. Oh, I had a stomach ache, and now I knew I was nervous or I was anxious, or if I couldn't fall asleep, I would use my breathing to fall asleep. And it became like a very good combination with both of my physicians and the yoga therapist. And that's why I decided to become a yoga therapist. And I think 4 or 5 years later, I thought I had conquer insomnia, and then I had a nervous breakdown after my dad passed away. And from a client's perspective, I was trying all the tools that I knew. And honestly, it would be it was very tiring for me to try to do my own work. Like, I would use a tool, for example, breathing, and it would help me to calm down. And I would use a meditation and it helped me, but I felt like the tools would only help me for 5 or 10 minutes. And then it became to a point that, like, I was very scared to to take Tylenol PM or any sedatives, because before I was addicted to those. I started with Tylenol PM because I live abroad, and then I had to take 3 and then 5, and then they wouldn't do any effect. So I was scared at that point to try to use any type of medication, and because I don't want to get addicted to that. And um, when I after my dad passed away, I didn't sleep for 4 days. So since I was kind of calming myself and keeping me being able to function, my family didn't think I was struggling. They thought I was maybe acting or wanting attention, and this made it harder for them to actually help me. And I think the 4th day, I was having hallucinations, and I was very, very scared. It was hard for me to even go to bed and shut the light. And by then I was like, okay, give me those sleeping pills. I don't care. But they didn't work, and I start asking for help. But my mom was very sensitive. She had her own things. And then when they finally took me to the doctor, I didn't like the way that the doctor started asking me a lot of questions. Like, he didn't give me that privacy. He had my brother and my mom there, and he asked me what was going on, and I was like, well, this, I haven't slept. I'm a therapist. I know how these things work. And I felt like, of course, I needed his help. So I did drink the medication, and he was giving me sedatives, and they were keeping me very, very drowsy. And that was very uncomfortable because I live in the desert. So if I don't wake up early and go for a walk, I had to stay home all day because I was super sensitive. My nervous system was like, I think, like, exploded. Like, I don't know if that's the right word, but I was very sensitive to the sun, my skin. I wouldn't, like, people couldn't touch me, hug me. The noise, if somebody would speak too loud or too fast, that would be very annoying. So technically I was sleeping and drinking water and eating avocado toast for 3 months because it took me like a lot of time. So if I wasn't able to wake up in the morning and go for a walk, I would stay home all day because I didn't want to go in the evening to not try to activate myself at night and not be able to fall asleep. So that part with the doctor, it was very uncomfortable, and he lived in like 3 hours away from here. So I had to drive or have somebody to drive me and then go there. And he would talk to me in not in a professional way. Like he wanted to know the gossip of the family and things like that. I didn't feel comfortable. And I called him a couple of times to say, hey, this is too much medication for me. And he's like, no, keep it. Trust me, you're good. So what I did is that I changed doctors. I found another psychiatrist on medical platform. And I switched and I explained everything since the beginning. He changed my medication. He listened to me. He was very respectful, and I felt like he was doing like the right questions and really getting to know me and kind of negotiating with me. I'm like, no, I don't want medication. He's like, okay, let's try it for these months, see how you're feeling, and we're going to be able to change it. And he explained what was happening with my neuroreceptors, and he explained that why, like, he wasn't there, he couldn't see what I was going through, but in his experience, he was telling me like, well, could have been happened. And I really trusted him since the beginning. And we did have to adapt my medication because I was feeling too drowsy, and then because I was getting a lot of like pimples and stuff here. So we did a test, and we were able to change my medication. And over time, we've been able to reduce it. And now, like, I talk to him, and it's a better relationship. It's been, I think, over 2 years, 2.5 years. So like me having this vision of what is my treatment's going to look like, that helps a lot. And me be able to ask questions, and he can like bring it down to what does that mean and make it more simple, even if it's if I'm a yoga therapist and I understand more things. So I think those are some of the things that I would have liked to be better, just to be listened to. And some of the things that definitely people can look at is that ancientness, that sense of safety and security, and to be able to trust the physician, the medical doctor that's working with us. One of the things that I think that helped me to start like calming my mind, there was different reasons why I wasn't able to sleep, right? And one of them was the bad decisions I took, or the things I didn't talk to people, and I was keeping my emotions, and at night that would come up. So just thinking and fixing and overdoing and all that. And at the same time, it was a lot of me being very creative. And I am super creative. So if I would do things creative, like around 6, 7, 8, I wasn't able to fall asleep because I was creating. And then all my bad patterns of feeling sad, angry, guilty, anything that I had would come up again because I wasn't able to sleep. So I think one of the main things that helped me was to learn how to calm my mind and with my breath. And yoga nidra, it's a meditation that I start doing. And that's one of the things that helped me just to drift into sleep. And I was doing like a lot of journaling and getting all the toxic thoughts that I had in my mind and putting into paper, and start like doing affirmations and believing more in myself, and going for walks and exercising, and just start doing things that would make me feel good during the day, and then at night being able to do a winding down session to be able to fall asleep. And once I start like sleeping a little bit more, of course, my mood improved. I was feeling more confidence, and then I was like, oh yeah, this works. Let me do more of it. So first were very gentle practices of breathing and just being present, and postures that would help me release tension from my neck and shoulders, because that was a big thing. I thought it was because my hair was too long, but it was all this tension that I was accumulating in my neck and shoulders. And at the same time, anything that I would eat, it would be very sensitive. And if I didn't sleep, I was drinking caffeine, and that wouldn't help. And in general, like, I feel that I wasn't able to concentrate because I was tired and because I had all these things in my head. So being able to regulate my nervous system was one of the main things that helped me with my breathing and meditation and yoga nidra. So in my experience, being able to fall asleep, stay asleep at night, have good rest, and have energy in the morning has been the combination of using yoga therapy tools, sleep hygiene, and medication, and working with somebody that I feel confident in, making this 50-50 partnership.